I've been a part of the Navy life since I was a kid, and being able to be a part of it now, it's a way for me to serve the country as well.
To be able to be with the Marines, I call them my kids.
And to me, there's no better sense of duty and honor than to do it for my country and to do it for my Marine Corps.
I can't be a Marine. I'm too old. But this is something that I can do to help maybe the Marine and the family.
I think it's because who I'm doing it for. It means a lot.
I think especially because it is a close-knit community.
For me, it's personal, being a former Marine. So, you know, the thing about it is I think it really does come down to the mission of MCCS, and that's to support the Marines, the sailors, and their families.
I believe it's because I know that they're taking from their life to protect us, me, everyone else, and it's like without hesitation.
And one day when I was there, a Marine came in, and I've always liked to thank them for what they do because I so appreciate it. And all I did was say thank you. And he came around, he opened the little door, and he gave me a hug. And he started to cry. He said, "You just don't know what that means." So it just, for me, the whole job is you just feel for everybody there, not just the Marine, but their families. And as I've worked there, I've realized how much everybody sacrifices. It's not just the Marine, it's their whole family. It's the children, it's the spouse, it's the parents.
When I first started at Marine Corps Community Services, I was working as a sales clerk in sporting goods. And there's this young Marine that came up to buy a K-bar. And I happened to look beyond him, and there stood his mom and his dad. And his mom had a tear in her eye. And I looked at him, and I patted his hand, and I said, "You know, when you get back, you come see me again." And what's neat is he did. But the mom looked at me and goes, "Thank you." And that happened several years ago, and it's like it happened today. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the Marine or it's mom and dad. We're there to take care of them. And part of taking care of the Marine is taking care of the family. And that's every aspect of it.
I mean, sometimes just being on the base and seeing, there's graduations for the new recruits who are becoming Marines. That happens outside of my door or my window. I can look out and see that happening, every week. And sometimes that kind of, if I stop and I think about what's going on and what's happening on this base and what I'm doing, and then here they are graduating and becoming a Marine, that sometimes that kind of gets to me a little bit, and you see their families, how proud they are.
Well, when you see family members there on Thursdays and Fridays, some of them are overwhelmed with emotion that they're crying in front of you because they haven't seen their recruit for 12 weeks. And a big part of it is also they're looking at their photo and they see the change, not just physically, but emotionally, that the Marine has taken place within those 12 weeks.
The reality of it is that Marine, he or she, next week or next month may not be in the United States. They may be in country, they may be, deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan. So that moment that they're spending with their family could realistically be, the last heartfelt memory that they can have.
They all sacrifice and pay the price for us. So I'm so grateful. I'm grateful I have this opportunity. I love it.
And they're just part of the family. They may not have Garcia as a last name, but they are my family. And I'm theirs, and they treat me that way.
They already consider you a civilian Marine, and they always point that out to you that, you're not just a worker there, you are a Marine.
And when I first heard about civilian Marine, I really wasn't sure how to take it.
I didn't really understand what that meant before I started working for the Marine Corps.
And then I started taking a look around at my fellow employees and their sense of pride in the Marine Corps and what they were doing there. And I thought, you know what, this is a good thing.
And I feel like now I am a part of the Marine Corps family, even though I am not active duty and I am a civilian. But when I see a Marine or I see a sticker on somebody's car that says Marine Corps, I feel kind of like, yeah, like those are my people. Like I work for them. I'm part of that family.
I did, active duty, and now as a civilian Marine, so to speak, I can kind of really see the passion that MCCS has to support the Marines and the sailors and their families. I mean, it's more than just a job.
It's not just a job. And this is the world according to Larry. It's not just a job.
It's not just a job, it is our life helping other lives.
It is changing their life, and in the interim, it's changing my life.
I'd like to think it plays this giant role, but I think it's just a very small piece of the puzzle that everybody within MCCS kind of plays and then comes together to support the families.
The more money that I'm able to bring in to MCCS, that's more money that MCCS can put towards helping quality of life programs.
Everything that MCCS does comes full circle to support the service member and their family.
So, the more I can do for the company, the more the company can do for the Marines. So that's what's important to me.
But the best perk for me would be feeling like I'm a part of something, a community, a family.
And I help contribute to that. It's something that you can really be proud of.
And that's very important.